echo offers the first phase of self-digital joy. You will become a self-echo in real particles. Our key is the echo to this final layer.
Feel the breeze the second I touch you. Can't say what, but there's something about you. It should be this easy. I'm alive if I'm coming closer. Standing with you in a world that's over. Be the keeper. But you're a vivid wave crashing at my feet. Sun lights up your face, blossoms fill my gaze. Seasons I never knew, like rain across the valley. Say when and you can have me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Monday night stream. I'm DJ Sean. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight we are doing another prepared 3D flight. We're basically doing a return flight to our journey the other day, where we flew from Melbourne through to Sydney, and today we are flying Sydney to Melbourne. It is a bit of a special event. Monday nights on VATSIM, or VATPAC more specifically, are Milk Run Mondays, and what that means is it's just an event. The Melbourne to Sydney leg, or Sydney Melbourne leg, is a very busy leg in Australia. It's a very popular sector for air travel, both in the real world and in the virtual, and that leg is commonly known as the Milk Run. So for those of you who are new to the channel or watching on YouTube, if you head to twitch.com/DJSean00, you can find all the information about why I stream and Care Australia, who's our chosen charity for this month. So a big shout out to all our followers and subscribers. Thanks for the support, and we will get underway. So as I said, we are in Sydney. Zoom us out here. Oh, I can't zoom out too far. I get inside a tower. Well, let's go outside. We have a bit of a look outside here. You'll see that we are sitting on the domestic pier here in Sydney. We are live on VATSIM, so we have got a number of other aircraft around. We've got a 747 there landing in the background on runway 16 right. We've got a number of other aircraft up here waiting to hold. Got a couple of aircraft on the bay. We've got I was going to say a friendly aircraft. We've been playing way too much DCS. We have a company aircraft here that's looks like he's taxiing another Qantas jet just on the other side. There's that 7-4 on the rollout. Oh, we've got a Qantas guy that seems to be a bit lost here on the other side here. It's alright, we can share terminals. So tonight we are in a Boeing 737-800. Call sign is Yankee Foxtrot Charlie. So if we get the side down. So as I was saying before, we are online, so we do have a whole suite of air traffic control. We've got the ATIS, obviously, we've got Sydney Ground, we've got Sydney Tower, Sydney Departures, Sydney Approach, and Wollongong and Snowy Centres. Our call sign tonight is Velocity 888. So what we might do is I might get a piece of paper and grab the ATIS real quick. So we'll jump on 12625. 12625.
Runway center line. Runway 1, left and right for arrivals and departures. Parallel runway operations in progress. Independent departures in progress. Wind 09036 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 20. QNH 1020. Third contact with Sydney, ground approach. Notify information Juliet. Sydney terminal information.
Alrighty, so terminal information Juliet. We'll jump onto ground 126-500, 126-5. There we go. Tower 1205. We've got that lined up next. Alrighty. So, looking at our flight plan today, which I will bring up right now. That's our summary page here. So we do have a trip fuel of 3.2 tonne. 3.2 tonne with a fixed reserve. Of almost 1.2 tonne. We're chucking an extra 30 minutes of fuel on board the aircraft. It is an event, so if we get into holding or something like that, we definitely want to make sure that we have some holding fuel there. So we got a zero fuel, all taking a total of 6.9, just shy of 6.9 tonne, and we want to arrive with at least just under 3.5. We're quite heavy today, as you see there. We're almost just under the maximum zero fuel weight for the aircraft. So we head down here. We've got our holding, which we do fall into here. A bit of our summary for our flight, some of the information we saw before. Zero fuel weight with the fuel on board, minus the taxi gives us a takeoff weight of that. Using that gives us a landing weight of that. Looking down here, looking at our top of climb shear rate, we've got an SR of 3. Anything greater than 6, and we should expect a few bumps. Flight level 360 tonight. The wind 175 at 031. So we will be having a headwind tonight, which will slow us down a little bit. Looking at our alternates, obviously Avalon's our preferred one. It's a nice quick flight, it's only 13 minutes away, otherwise we're turning around and shooting off to Canberra at another 47 minutes. Our route off is off 16 right. What we might do is just turn, while we're here, we might just turn the radios off just for a second while we go through this. So it looks like we'll be doing the Cliff 4 departure Wollongong transition, and then we'll jump on the H65 H65 airway to Razzie. From Razzie, we'll jump on the Q29 airway to Lizzie. From Lizzie, we'll probably do the Mont 1 Alpha into Melbourne on runway 34. Distance of 393 nautical miles at a flight level 360. So company specific information, our company route which we'll load in is Sydney Mel 1, our flight number, Sydney to Melbourne, that's a 0 fuel, we've got a reserve of 2 tonne, cost index of 20, 36,000 feet, that's our wind, time of climb outside air temperature, negative 57, that's our wind data for the climb, our wind data for descent, our aerodrome, our adequate aerodromes on the flight down, our route, our alternate, our flight plan summary. Alright, looking at the wind. So we are in Sydney. For this date, between this time, the wind is 090 at 6 knots, so it is swinging around. Cav okay, so ceiling and visibility is okay. It's 20 degrees with a dew point of 15, QNH 1020, and there's no significant weather events. Looking a little bit further on, wind's going to come around to the right a little bit. Still good visibility and a few clouds. Weather in Sydney looks pretty good. More importantly, looking at our destination here. So we've got the wind of 030 at 10 knots, which aligns with runway 34. With the use of runway 34, ceiling and visibility is okay. It's 23 degrees in Melbourne with a dew point of 5, QNH 1015. From this time, which will be when we're in, we'll expect moderate turbulence below 5,000 feet. This time, the wind's going to swing around to the left a little bit, cav okay. In a couple of hours, the wind is going to be becoming quite gusty. And later on, we're going to see some rain developing in the area. Avalon looks much the same as Melbourne, which is uncommon. Some showers moving in later. Canberra, our alternates don't look too bad. Light wind, cav okay, 15 degrees. Worst case scenario if we punch to Adelaide. And it also looks good with some rain moving in later on. Looking a sideways view of our route, we've got some turbulence. There's that turbulence we were talking about down here in the bottom right. Sorry, I could rotate this, but it'll throw it out of whack a little bit there for the stream. So looking at it there, there's that turbulence that they were talking about moving in, but for our actual track, it looks fine. Alrighty, so looking at our route for today. So we can zoom out, we're going to start up here. You can see we've got some ATC online. So we'll be flying down here and coming into Melbourne. So if we look here, if we go back up here actually, it's probably a bit far. So there's our departure, we get onto that H65 radial. So I'm screaming down here. We're on the Q29 now. Tarax, Lizzie, and then our arrival in. Alright, so let's bring up some ground charts for Sydney. Our taxi. There's a million charts for Sydney, there we go. So what we'll do is we'll get some airways clearance and then we'll do a bit of a briefing. What I might do is some checks first, so we'll turn you off. Bit of a look here. Alright, so let's do a couple of checks here. Alrighty, so just 100%. Steady, sure. Looking good there. While we're down here, we might as well do our lights check. Here. Looking good. Looking good.
Forecast test. Pass.
Alrighty. All looking pretty good. What I'll do is chuck you there. Alright, so looking at the checklist. Pull you away. Pull you over here a little bit. Alright, so looking at the checklist, we've done the oxygen test at 100% on both sides. The navigation, transfer and display switches are all up here, normal and auto. The window heat is on. The pressurization mode selector is down here on auto. Flight instruments, we've got heading 087, 087, QNH 1020, gives me about 30 feet on both sides, and the backup, about 30 foot 1020. Parking brake is set and the engine start levers are cut off. Alrighty, let's jump onto ground and get some airways. Oops. Got to remember what my push to talk button is. No, that's definitely not. That's park brake. That's it. Okay, so we've got ground 1265. Sydney ground, good evening. Velocity 8884, Melbourne, request clearance.
Velocity 88, 50 ground today. Please to Melbourne via Wollongong, flight plan ground. Target 5,000 meters, that's the time for runway 135. 45109331.
Just check we're going to Dina 7. Yeah, we sure do. Okay. I cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong plan route. Climb initially 5,000. Dina 7 departure. Wollongong transition runway 16 right. Squawk 4510 and airborne 123.0. Velocity 888.
Velocity 888.
Okay, we've got our clearance. Okay, so while we're doing that, let's go chuck in 4510. Okay, so what we want to do here is route, company route, we're doing Sydney, Mel, execute. 16, right, activate, execute, we are VOS 888. Our departure is runway 16 right, we are on the Dina 7, Wollongong transition, execute. Alright, let's just check our route there, that looks good, we'll come back to that. Our route, so as we mentioned before, let's have that guy up. And nav, we want that guy. We want to go up to you. Alright, we have a zero fuel weight of 61.2. We are reserves of 2. A cost index of 20.
See you later.
We're flying at 360. Our cruise wind there is 175 at 31. 175 at 31. We have an outside air temperature of -57. Transition altitude in Australia is 10,000 feet. Okay, so next is we need to work out our takeoff performance. So they're taking us off the full length of 16 right. So what we need to do is do our takeoff performance. So we're going to send that to TopCat. takeoff, we're going to get the wind. It's 16 right, B3. And we're going to do flight side takeoff 1 and compute. There we go. So looking at Top Cat here, we can do a flaps 5 departure standard takeoff D rate of 1, and we can do a 40-degree assumed temperature and give us those guys there. So I might just write those down. So it's flaps 5 TO1 plus 40 gives us 144. So I can type right 145 148. Right. So what we want to do here is here. So there's our takeoff 1. We're going to do a 40 degree on the assumed temperature. It's 91.6. We'll do a standard climb. It's a relatively short sector. Flaps 5. We've got a so there's 4.9 on the trim. We want 144, 145, 148. Yeah, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's this flight. Okay, that's done that. Done. We're going to cruise 0.78. Our descent is going to be 0.78/280. Our forecast transition is 110. Beautiful. So the plan's got us in there, getting in there with a remaining fuel of 3.4, and the box is saying 4, so that's really good. That's exactly what we want. All right, so checking our route here. We might do a bit of a takeoff briefing first. Get the right window up. Alright, while we do the briefing, we might just again turn these guys off just for a second. Okay, so we are right here. We're on domestic 2, which is the Virgin Australia terminal. We're going to push back tail left, nose right, and pointing down this way. They'll probably get us onto Golf, Bravo, all the way up to Bravo 2, where we'll fire down the runway 16 right. The SID we're doing is a Dina 7, so this is chart 10-3 Echo, effective the 24th of May. For the Dina 7 RNAV departure, which calls for a climb out at heading 155, then a slight right-hand turn at as soon as practical. The autopilot has us, or the box has us doing it at 530 feet, where we then track to dunes. From dunes, it's a heading 152, which we've got there. For 5 miles to Dina. From Dina we should be tracking 152 again for 3 miles to Kempi. From Kempi we do a right hand turn to Wollongong, which is 209, and that's about 32 miles. The box has got 31.9, which is completely fine. Looking at our plan now, turn you on, turn you off. From Wollongong we are then on to Razi, then we'll get the top of climb, then we're Tanta, Rumi, Nabba, Bulla, top of descent to Bulla, to Tarax, to Lizzie, where we then start the arrival. So all that looks good. So we'll put you back down there, RTO, put you on that, turn you off so we can see what I'm doing. So we had a climb out speed of 145, heading 155, and they gave us 5,000 on our VNAV. Beautiful. And they gave us a trim of 4.9. Oh, we have 2 trim buttons, okay. 4.9's about there. Alright, so let's jump back on. Can we get this guy up to 888? Easy going the other way. Oh, it's back to 888. Beautiful. Alrighty. So that all looks good. So what we might do is get ourselves ready for the departure. You on. Hydraulics on. Might close up some doors while we're here. So we're not rocking FS to crew tonight. I just had a couple more bugs with it that I couldn't work out there before stream time. So we'll close those guys. We'll close the front door just so we've got it all squared away. Down, put 155 there. The thing I haven't done is tuned our radios in case we've got to come back. So I know that the primary VLR is 1021 for Sydney, 1121. They're doing 16 left and right for arrival, so what we might do is we'll jump on the approaches and we'll just lock in the arrival, the ILS code frequency there for 16 right, just in case we were to come around. If something happens with the aircraft after we passed V1, we take the problem into the air, we'll do a nice square circuit and come back into 16 right, and that's 1095. Alrighty, so we won't leave you on, we'll have you up there. There we go, it's a Alrighty. What we might do is we'll give you the checklist. So the checklist for the before start checklist is fuel. We needed just shy of 7 tonne. We've got 6.9 on, and the fuel pumps are all on except the centre tank because we have nothing in it. The passenger signs are on. The windows are locked. MCP, we've got the V2 or 145. Heading we've got 155, and our initial altitude is 5,000. Takeoff speeds 144, 145 and 148, which we've got in the center of the corner of our display here. City pre-flight is completed. Trim is free and 0. The taxi takeoff briefing is completed, so that's to the line. We'll go below the line now, so you on there, you off there. I think it's nice and dark now, which is nice. Anti-collision, doors closed and locked, and anti-collision light is on. Alright, so let's get cracking. Turn the checklist off. Alright, let's get some pushback going. So with Virgin Australia, it's going straight pushback. Interesting that they don't give me a pushback. Manual stop, maximum 10. Alright, well we will we'll do the pushback using the FMC then. Alright, well we better get on the ground now and request our push. So 1265. We're Bay 39. Sydney ground velocity 888, Bay 39, request push. Clear push velocity 888. Alrighty, so what we'll do is we'll do the pushback using this guy. I haven't really used him much, but we'll see if we can do him. Okay, well let's get it out of feet into meters. So straight pushback length. We're going to turn right. We're going to turn right 90 degrees. Sure, and, let's start.
Ground cockpit. Hi, Captain. We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
brake. To you, and brakes
Okay,
released.
parking brake is on, clear to push.
Close 466 heavy, push and start.
Brakes off, here we go.
Alrighty, away we go. Bye bye cabin, bye bye ground crew. Nothing behind us, just checking, yeah. Alrighty, we might start engine 2, so packs off. You off. It's not the first start of the day, so we're on the right, and you. And engine. We might need a turn there, buddy. Stop. 1 meter. We won't turn you on. We're good for fuel. Skip. Start. Is that working? Straight back length 1 meter and turn. Doesn't look like it is. No. Alright, we'll just power out from here. Okay, start a cutout. Oh, we're pushing now. So know what's going on here. FSH, push back. Stop. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that. So parking brake is on. We'll start 1. Fuel coming up.
Yes, 513, Sydney Grand G'day, clear to Melbourne via Wollongong, flight main route, climbing into 5,000. DN7 departure, full on transitions on the new 16 right. Score 4509, departure frequency 123 net 0.
Start a cutout. Okay, so looking at 2, 4, and 6 looking good. Alright, let's get some flap out. Control check, full back, full forward, full left, full right. 80 flights to Maroomba. Full left, full right. Okay. Get up here, generators on, generators on.
Flight 292, requesting 9 past to Melbourne via Wollongong.
Sorry, Jester, no flights to Maroomba.
292, Sydney Grand G'day.
Off, packs. Alrighty. Good check there. Alright, time for the checklist. For the before start checklist.
Flight level 260.
Calls for generators on, which we've done. Probe heat is on. Anti-ice not required. Isolation valve
Are you ready to copy clearance?
is now auto.
Ready for copy clearance.
Engine start switches are continuous. Recall has been checked.
292, please.
Auto brakes, RTO. Engine start levers idle detent. Flight controls have been checked. Dispatch clearance is checked. Force taxi checklist complete. Alright, time to get taxi clearance.
Quickly, quick one. Can I answer Sydney Ground? Is there any chance that I can go with the Dina 6 departure rather than Dina 7?
Alright, 292, that's fine. Break, Honda 466, contact what's the zero next contact?
The signal's on 5 calls us 4667, thank you. Quick one, can I answer cleared to
Formation
Melbourne via
Juliet.
Wollongong Fair, ground initial 5000 climb via the SIP, 16 right, 4475 is my walk and the departure is 123.0.
Alright, 292.
And our ground velocity 888 with Juliet request taxi. He's going to give us a sea of places to taxi.
888, taxi Bravo 2 holding point, 16 right by Charlie 2 Bravo.
Copy Bravo 2 holding point 16 right via Charlie 2 and Bravo velocity 888. Okay. Let's have a squiz here. Can we get you on the chart? Let's see. Taxi.
Melbourne Tower, Sydney Tower, contact
Melbourne
292,
Tower.
requesting push and start.
The thing about Sydney is there's so many damn charts.
292, start the route.
Airport.
Start for 292.
So it wants us on Charlie 2 and Bravo. So it wants us to go up down here, to go right to Charlie, and then onto Bravo and around. Okay, we can do that. Sure, buddy, you can just taxi in front of a live aircraft, no problems. It's actually Bravo 4, but sure, we can go out via Charlie 2, no problem. Alright, let's go. Alright, so APU off, taxi light on, brakes released, clear left, clear right. Alright, so he wants us going via Charlie. So we need to take a right up here. And I need to actually apply some power to get moving here.
All aircraft looking for clearance, contact Sydney delivery, 133
There goes a company aircraft. He's landing. We got one on approach coming into 16 right. Alright, down to Bravo 3, Bravo 4, we'll go Charlie. That Virgin guy's obviously lost. We don't park there, but oh well. Whatever.
Golf Romeo 516, 15 Grand Canadian, taxi via Alpha, Golf Romeo 5 Golf.
So that's Charlie 1, we want Charlie 2. So Charlie 2 is just down here. Couple at the holding point, so it looks like we're going to be number 3 for takeoff here. Bravo. So we Charlie 2 just here.
Velocity 888, contact Tower 120.
Tower 1205, velocity 888, see ya. Okay, swap into tower. And our airborne frequency, just make sure I don't run up this guy's bum. Our airborne frequency here was 1230. Okay, before takeoff checklist is flaps. We have 5 green light and stabilizer trim is 4.9 units set. Before taxi checklist complete. Before take off checklist complete. I do know what I'm doing. Sydney Tower, good evening, velocity 888, we ready Charlie 2?
Velocity 888, Sydney Tower.
Alright, so 123 is Sydney departure. Good, okay, that's the right frequency. So this guy's been cleared to go, so we'll wait for him next and then we're good to go. So what on finals? Oh yeah, there is 2. I'll just turn this guy on prematurely.
442, MD80 departs runway 16 right, next plane.
Yeah, there he is right here.
Clear to land runway 16 right, -442.
So this guy's just been airborne, and this guy's been cleared to land. Then it'll be this guy, and then us hopefully, unless there's one behind this guy. There we go. Here's Qantas. He's put something wrong in his flight plan because he's showing his Virgin. He's cocked up his model selection there when he's chosen what model he's going to be. He's left his Virgin on there and he's a Qantas call sign. Oh well. Behind us? No. Nicely done. You gonna line up, buddy? Yep, you are.
Welcome to Sydney Taxi and Leaf Null Bravo, contact ground 26, 45, bye-bye.
Just on Bravo 1265, Qantas 442, pick up.
466, contact departure, airborne, runway 165, take the takeoff.
Takeoff runway 165, contact departure after takeoff, numbers 466, heavy, thank you.
Okay. Oh, there's one on approach. He's a fair way out though. We might be able to get it. Oh, he's only 2.5. 5 miles now if he gets moving. Maybe.
Yeah, I can do 4 right.
Nah. Yeah, we're not going to go now.
432, can you tell how I just different from 1 6 knots? Runway 16 right, continue right. Yeah, company 767.
Continue 16 right, 422.
I reckon we could have fitted in there. I reckon we could have fitted.
Class 432, vacate the lane, so I pay off the structure of Bravo, runway 16 right, take the lane.
Okay, let's start Bravo 716 right, 7 class 422.
And now our call, line up behind, arriving aircraft. Yes, no. Maybe. Ugh. Yep. So at this point in time, the captain would have got on the radio or on the intercom there with the passengers and let them know our situation. I'm a bit lazy tonight. Oh, that corner 747's pushing back. Yeah, nice.
Velocity 88 behind the landing 747, runway 175, line up on right.
Behind the land traffic, line up behind, velocity 888. Oh, he's Big Bird too. Hey Williams, AFM, I certainly do, I hope. Okay, so let's get going. Steady. Wax. Okay, one on finals and one vacating. Does it not look very good, William? I haven't been in this for a little while, so I may have turned it off if it's if it doesn't look like it's on.
Okay, let's grab it, man. Ground 26 bye-bye.
Velocity AKA 747, vacating with Bravo. Contact runway 165, take for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, velocity 888. Alrighty, let's go. Up to 40%. Engine stabilized. Takeoff thrust set. $80 knots. one. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, over to departures. Okay, acceleration and one. City departures, good evening. Velocity 888, so 2,100 on climb 5,000.
Velocity 888, departures are identified, final flight
280 velocity 888. Okay, let's turn autopilot on to 280. 280 set. Okay, oops, off. Off, 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 off. And we'll definitely do some flaps up. Okay, after takeoff checklist. Okay, the after takeoff checklist calls for us to check the engine bleeds. They are on. Packs are auto. The landing gear is up and off, and the flaps are up and 0 lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Now what I might do is leave the crew seated just for a second while we punch through some of this cloud just in case we get a few bumps. No, it looks amazing, just to know if you were using something else. That's, oh, no, no, just dynamic lights, I believe. That's about it. It's funny though, talking about, I don't know if it was with yourself or with someone else the other day, I was talking about X-Plane 11 and its night lighting, and it has me downloading X-Plane 11 again because I didn't realise that I had deleted it. So it's now downloading in the background. Right, there's our turn. When we're out of this turn, we'll let the crew up. We have got a guy in front of us. What's he doing? So it looks like he's been turned earlier, or he's a go around. No, this actually would be a go around. So we're going to have a guy out to our right here. He's really climbing. Like we're doing 3,200 foot. Yeah, that's like, oh, I wonder if that's at 747 because they've got a rocket climb on them on a domestic route if they're really light. Let's let the crew up. We're through 10,000, so on to standard. And landing lights off, logo light off. Where's that 740? Oh no, he's now descending. Oh no, there's a word up the wrong way. Is that okay, so that's going to be 125 our next frequency. So I think that was the guy ahead of us. 125. It's about hitting. Beautiful. Turn you off. Teacher on the valves. We've got them ready for arrival 1141. Turn you over. 41. Turn you over. Beautiful. And up we go.
Honest 433, departures identified, time flight number 280.
It's a bit better.
Close 433 from Bina, traffic follows on the same route. From Bina, just inbound, concentration 463.
And departures velocity 888 radio check.
Velocity 888, Sydney departure, steering to 555.
555, thanks, velocity 888. Alrighty. Down to Melbourne we go. Alright, I think we're not going to have any bumps with the let's take seatbelt sign off. Light there. GoPro middle. What's that look like? It's a bit crappy, isn't it? Overview. It's a bit better. Alrighty.
Velocity 888, contact Melbourne for the 1 step, good day.
Center on 125.0, velocity 888. You know what happens until I get my camera all set up?
Honest 433, contact Sydney, post 124 days 440.
Center, g'day, velocity 888 with you on flight level 280. That wrong, 1250. Melbourne Centre, good evening, velocity 888 with you on climb flight level 280. Knock knock, Melbourne Centre. Can't seem to raise Melbourne Centre. It's not good. Ah, there you are. Melbourne Centre, g'day, velocity 888 on climb flight level 280. Give us 38, 36 I think we are for tonight.
Velocity 888, climb level 360.
Yeah, it's 36. 360 set. Level 360, velocity 888. Alright. We are definitely on our way now, so looking at our flight log here, we're off box on time, 15 late at 10:30 Zulu, off the ground again at 10:49, 19 minutes later, and tracking for Melbourne. Yeah, that fuel's coming in now. So 3.5 is what we want to land with. It's the same 3.7. By the time we put our our arrival route in, it should be very quite bang on. Speaking of which, let's have a bit of a look here at our active sky weather request. And let's look for Melbourne. Okay, so the latest weather out of Melbourne is 360 at 15, so that's probably going to be definitely runway 34. Ceiling and visibility okay, temperature 22, 2.05, QNH 1015, prime 1100, which is now, we should expect moderate turbulence below 5,000. Okay. So, let's have a bit of a look now at our route. Put Simulink on? Oh, we did. That would explain that. Let's go and put Simulink on. So the new Navigraph charts desktop should allow you to see where you are with a program called Navigraph Simulink, which should overlay us on the map and provide us a bit of a moving map or a bit of an overlay about where we are. They need to work on it because I swear it never works. Could not connect to Simulink. Actually, your Simulink is broadcasting data on your Simulink computer. Sure. Status. Navigraph Simulink cannot detect a flight in your simulator. No flight detected. Let's say that you're not there. Let's say that you're there.
Melbourne Twin Tower, just 530. You guys flight level 350.
No, that can't find us. Okay, well, there's no point running that Simulink stuff then. Is it you? Alrighty, so looking at our Navigraph app. Let's close you. Alright, so our route down to Melbourne is here, so when we come down here we're going to hit Lizzie will be our last waypoint before our arrival, and then we're going to be coming into runway 34 into Melbourne. So I dare say that we'll be doing a path down here, then followed by a right turn. So let's have a look here. So we want flights, Melbourne. Just going to fix up this fix up the
Melbourne Central, just 530.
There you go. Fix up the webcam a little bit, the green screen there. Okay, so looking at our star, it's probably going to be a Lizzie 5, I imagine. With the Windows Cav OK, I dare say they will give us Lizzie 5 Alpha. Or the Lizzie might, sorry, they might give us, no, they're not going to give us the 5 Alpha, they'll hopefully give us the 5 Victor, and that'll take us in closer, and then we can do a visual turn. So here's Lizzie here, so that last waypoint which we've got on the route. Down to May, turning right at Monty, down to 2,500 feet, slowing up. So by this stage we'll have our gear out, definitely. We'll almost be fully configured, because it'll only be 2,000 feet really above ground, because I think Melbourne's about 433 feet, so we'll just round it up. And then we do a nice visual right turn onto runway 34. And this is where track IR really comes into its own, because not only can you see, you can actually dip your head down and see through the windows. It's not going to stop me cocking an old bug. So we'll lock you on, and we'll have the approach, which is going to be visual, so we'll have the VOR locked up just in case, and we'll use the VOR to aid us, and we'll use the VOR as minimum just to give us some assistance here. Anyway, that comes later. Okay, so we've got a guy ahead of us, and we've got a guy out to our right at, oh, maybe 30 miles. Do you see him there?
I think I just got past there, it's like a little pretty closer.
Thought maybe we might see the map lights, but no luck. Oh, so he's coming in for us on descent, so you see anything out there on descent? Definitely too far. Okay, so we've got just shy of 40 miles between us and the next guy. So hopefully he doesn't slow up too much on his approach, and hopefully he knows how to manage the velocity of the aircraft. Because I'd hate to get slowed down or diverted around him, or diverted around him to okay, but slowed up or diverted off track. Because of him, because we're going to climb higher than the looks of it. So what have we got ahead of us? We've got two actually ahead of us. We've got SAS 9660, whatever call sign that is. He's a 737-800, and he's going really slow. He's at flight level 340, and he's only doing 390 knots across the ground. We're doing 441. And then he looks like he's being overflown by that Qantas aircraft that was ahead of us, the other 738, and he's at flight level 380, and he's doing 440. So yeah, he's pretty much flying the same profile as us. So we should see two people here, which we do on the TCAS. So we see one guy there, which is a slow guy. The problem we've got though, so we've got about a 50 knots closure rate on this guy. So what we might do is we get up to 3.6. I don't think we're going to, yeah, we're not going to make that time up in this flight. Okay, so while the Qantas guy was not a concern of ours, because clearly he knows what he's doing, our other esteemed pilot is ahead of us in this. The SAS guy doesn't really. 738, that's low. It must be really on a low cost index potentially. That's cruise. So what have we got? 0.7. Oh yeah, we're speeding up a little bit. So that's cruise. We'll see what they give us down in Melbourne. I'm just going to quickly check the weather on the plan again. So Cabo K, yeah, there's some moderate turbulence, but there's no cloud. They better give us the visual. The Fire Victor would be nice, but that all depends on the controller. So what have we got down there? We've got, I can already pick up the Melbourne AIDAs. We've got Melbourne Tower, Melbourne Approach, and obviously Melbourne Centre. So let's see if we can jump on the AIDAs now, and it might reveal some information about what we'll be doing down there.
2030 degrees on a knot. Cabo K. Temperature 22. QNH1015. On first contact with Melbourne, ground or approach. Notify receipt of information X-ray. Melbourne, terminal information X-ray. Expect Easterners approach. Runway 34. 2030 degrees on a knot. Cabo K. Temperature 22. QNH1015. On first contact with Melbourne, ground door approach. Notify receipt of information X-ray.
So, expect instrument approach runway 34. So going off that, we're looking at a 5 Victor, a 5 Alpha. I don't know why, with a light wind, cav okay, but a cloud in the sky and a nice temperature, we're not giving people visual approaches. Well, we're going to request one because that's silly. I think that, I don't know if this is just an opinion piece here. I don't speak for anyone here, but I feel like there's definitely a, I don't want to say it's a babying of the community or other pilots, but we don't trust them to fly visually. We just chuck them down an approach, and regardless of the weather. So it's just it's unnecessary. Like, if they crash, they crash. These guys, some of these guys really need to work on their hand-eye coordination, and that's exactly why I'm going to request the visual. New joystick, new throttle. The throttle I need to work. I need to customize the throttle. I need to get the bands in it, or the curves. Sorry. Yeah, this is why we hand fly the aircraft. Yeah, that's how you maintain somewhat competence flying something like this. So what do we do? What's going on with these guys? Yeah, so we're starting to see these guys separate as the Qantas 737 that took off in front of us has now overtaken the very much slower SAS 737. That SAS guy with us behind him and on top, that's probably going to result in us being slowed or even hopefully potentially vectored out. If they can vector us out the side on, we can keep a high speed descent going and do it that way. We'll see what the controllers do.
Have a look at the way contact that Melbourne and L124
240. Over to center 124.0 velocity 888. Good night. Center, good evening. Velocity 888. Flight level 360.
Velocity 888. Good day, Melbourne. Break edge 9813. Contact Melbourne approach 132.0.
1320.
Contact approach 132.0.
Jump on the ATIS before more time before we contact them. Beautiful night for flying. We're not getting any return on the weather radar at all. So we do have the wind here at 150.32. What do we have on the plan there for our cruise wind? 175 at 31. So we had about 25-degree variation there, but that's actually not too bad. It's close to real world winds. They're always going to change. That plan's about an hour old now. How's my X-Plane download going? 2 hours left, and I've downloaded about 10 gigs so far.
Qantas 266, enter a hold, left-hand turn, 1 minute leg, at Paris, and then after that, just want to maintain 9 themselves.
Someone's going into a hole in front of us. You don't want, one way, if you don't want to go into a hole, just totally ignore the controller. Now he's been told to now enter a hole via text.
Velocity 17 contact, approach, actually just want to make contact, approach 132, there we go.
Extension 5000 in contact, approach 132, just 10, thanks a lot, have a good day.
Cheers, man.
Melbourne Velocity 884, how long is this hole going to be? I haven't got much fuel on board, I'm probably going to have a 20 minutes of fuel on board, and then...
Wow. I don't know how long he's been holding for, maybe just didn't take out fuel.
Velocity 884. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is leave the hold at Carrick and then continue tracking the Lizzie, and then after that you can rejoin the Star.
Must be a fair bit of traffic down south.
So we'll stop the hold at Carrick and then we'll continue joining the Star at Lizzie. What's the P80?
Let's have a squeeze.
Okay, console 462, just going to maintain 9,000, turn H101 time. 9,000, turn H101 time.
Refresh that some data. There we go.
What a cool, very effective I'll have to.
Well, 463 is going to maintain 9,000, turn H1015.
Yeah, maintain 9,000, H1015, Melbourne, 463.
It's a bit buggy, this Accu map, for some reason on my computer. There we go. Oh, there is two. Alright, let's get that shown. So... No, we don't want big pilot. We want Accu map. Is that going to overshoot fine? We won't like it. No, not going to display. No, doesn't like displaying that. Alright.
Station calling, so, 452. I'll get you to contact center 125.0.
Display capture. There we go.
125.0, 462.
There we go. So if you can see here, if we can... Zoom a bit. So we are right here. We've got the SAS guy ahead of us, which we can see on the TCAS. He's been overtaken by Qantas 466. He's got ACA 33 in front of him.
Air Canada 33.
Air Canada 33. So, Voz 453 got put into a hole before. It looks like Voz 884 is the guy that did the fuel concern. They're about 20 minutes. So he looks like he's going to exit the hole. Which actually is probably going to be decent spacing. I don't know why this guy has to hold, but anyway. Qantas 266 is inbound, Qantas 1549 is inbound, velocity
when I got your PM, yeah, you're more than welcome to change. That holds again.
He's in 738, okay. Guy's turned in, that guy's rather close, hopefully they're doing visual approaches. Yeah, he was given Lizzie 5 Victor. Excellent, that's exactly what we want. What have you been given? 5 Victor. Oh, no, they're sending them all down to 5 Victor. Excellent. 5 Alpha, so he's going to go out wide. 5 Victor. 5 Victor. It's probably too early for this guy. Yeah, none of these guys have been given their... oh, he's been given a 5 Alpha, unless he's put it in. Nah. I don't know what's going on there.
453. I'll get you to also enter the hold right hand turn 1 minute legs at Lizzie for me, please.
453. Why is he being held?
453, enter the hold. Right hand turns, 1 minute legs at Lizzie for me, please.
Alright.
Right hand turn and into the hold at Lizzie.
Is that Qantas guys? We're really starting to punch through him. I'm going to bet that this controller is going to give us holding to free up the space between us and old mate ahead of us. I reckon that's going to happen. I think that's going to be a shame. It's going to piss me off a bit. But we'll see. I might be wrong. Alright, well what we're going to do is, in lieu of being given an arrival,
1549, contact approach 13
we're going to go ahead and plan one anyway.
Over to approach on 132.0 for Qantas 1549.
So departures, arrivals, we're going to be doing a visual approach on runway 34 on the Lizzie 5 Victor, execute. So there's Lizzie, there's all these guys, and then we got to say, and we join the dots for runway 34. If we look at the plan, zoom it in a bit, there's a lovely squared turn. Look at that. What a beautiful right turn that is. So now that we've done that, let's get the rest of this configured. So it's going to be heading through the course. What we'll do is we'll set the course up for the VOR into 34. So if we cock it up or we've got to go around or for some reason a storm rocks in, we know what we need to do. So 1, 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 6. It's 1141 on the nav, which we've already got set. Turn you on now, actually. We've got 760 on the decision height, so let's get you out of plan mode. You're out, so Barrow 760. We've got a VDA, which is an extra 50 foot we put on the arrival to give us a bit of a buffer in case we breach 760. We haven't made the call. So
to the Lizzie 5 Alpha arrival, runway 34, when ready, down to 450.
So 5 Alpha, we got a 5 Alpha, we're going to request the 5. We're going to try and request the 5 Victor. Alrighty, so we have a 0 fuel rate of 61.2. So 64.9 will land with 64.9. Gives us a flux 4141. 141 U.
I'm going to get you to chuck a left-hand turn heading 160. Just a little bit of congestion below you, and then after that I'll try and ring you back around.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen to us. So start, Lizzie 5 Victor, so looking at this here, let's turn you on, no, wrong one, there we go.
So another look, the 891 approach.
Okay, so from Lizzie we're going to mate.
Velocity 891, call center 13,
from mate we're going to Ippon, and we got a 230 knots. Sorry, we're going to mate, which has got a 9,000 feet. And 9,000 feet or below.
Yeah, 84 to 25,000.
Restriction?
Approach on 1320.
Then Igpon at 230 restriction.
75,000, overall approach 1320, raw standard for benchmark.
Monty, Iga, Sheed at 2.5. Or above, we'll make that 2,500. Make that a hard altitude. Max 185 by Igaka. Sheet at 25, and then we're into Asuki, but right hand turn into runway 34. If we cock it up, we'll go around, or weather comes in. We've got the chart here for the VOR arrival into Melbourne. It's 1141, which is what we've got set. We've got 346 set as the course on each side, and 760 plus 50 to 810 on our decision altitude. Upon landing into Melbourne, we're coming in from this direction here, runway 34. We come in here, we're going to take the high speed exit on Foxtrot, come around onto Tango and onto Alpha, down to the bay, Golf, and then into Golf all uniform, and into the bay. Auto brakes 2 for this landing. And we've got our V-speed set at 141. We'll do 145 on the 146 on the approach, VREF plus 5.
Velocity 888.
Go ahead for Velocity 888. 5 Alpha, I bet it.
Velocity 888, Darkness with the 5, arrival runway 34, 1 ready, just to maintain level 25.
Okay, I take it all back. Lizzie 5, Victor arrival runway 34, when ready, flight level 250, Velocity 888. I take it all back. 250.
On 453, what I need to do right now is I'll get you to track direct to Monty for me. Oh, sorry, Matey.
Okay, before we descend, we'll do the descent checklist. Descent checklist calls for pressurization. Landing altitude we've got set at 450.
Turn right, track direct to Matey.
Recall we've done. Auto brake level 2. Landing data VREF is 141. 146 on the approach, and we've got
456 force separation, turn left heading 170.
A minimums of 810. Approach briefing has been completed.
170
complete. Pick up the Melbourne VOR now, so we're 136 miles out. What I do is I might just do a cheeky fix here. ML 141/120 should be about our descent. Oh, sorry, 130 should be our descent. Whoops, no. Delete. /130 should be our descent. Just bang on. /50.
I'm going to ask if that's what they descend 5,000.
Okay, so that I was happy. Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. That's really do appreciate it. You probably shouldn't have subbed until you saw my see my landing, but I'll take it anyway. Thank you so much. Alrighty, and that's Todd. That's beginning our descent now. As a housekeeping routine, I typically bring the throttles manually back to idle as well. They're slowly coming back now. The descent has started.
No, but so there's courses 466 heavy left off target 250 otherwise.
There we go. With this approach to, it is very important to manage your velocity on the descent.
466, going to maintain 9,000 for me.
You don't want to be fast and high because you won't make the turn over putting it past Sheed. So what we might do is before we get headed to approach, we might just get the ATIS update quickly. Check it, still information X-ray. Okay, there is no ATIS, so we're going to go with X-ray, and Melbourne approach 132 is our next.
Melbourne send velocity 835 back with you.
Velocity 835, you're leaving my airspace. No further ATC service to Melbourne, monitor Unicom 1228. Ciao.
Shout.
Only Unicom 128, cheers.
Zebra 462, turn right, heading 330. Turning right, heading 320 for Concord 160.
I'm listening to velocity 884, get the level 3000, we're on a heading on 170.
Velocity 884, so much.
I don't think I've given anyone a look outside the aircraft during tonight's flight. There we go. Beautiful night for flying. No landing lights or logo light on as we're above 10,000 feet. Nice aircraft idling descent, which is typical with Boeing aircraft. Okay, so the plan has us landing with 3.5. We've still got 3.7, so we've got plus 200 kilos of fuel on the, above the plan, which is, I'll take.
Velocity 884, turn right 260.
Velocity 884. Oh, he's way ahead of us. I didn't even see him.
166, turn right and track Lizzie. 166, turn right, track Lizzie.
Okay, so a lot of stuff, a lot of aircraft being tracked back towards Lizzie, so they're either out here or out here.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Velocity 884 on track.
Velocity 884, continue heading now round right 280 on this, join the visual final for runway 34.
So it's right 280 and then we'll join the visual final for 24 velocity 884.
And Speedboat 462, if you go right heading 350, I'll get you to join a 17-mile final for runway 34, and once you hit final, just reduce your minimum clean to.
So this is Qantas 466 being vectored out. We're getting a few bumps here.
Okay,
Couple. Seeing velocity vector move around a little bit. Just a couple of bumps.
Very interesting liar.
453, just on 5,000. Hold up, 453. I was 433, Cypress, Lizzie 5 Victor, arrival runway 34, descend level 250. Velocity 888, descend and maintain 9,000, QNH 1015.
9,000 or 1015, velocity 888. 1015.
You want
9,000. Just about to fall in two.
I'll get you at this stage to track direct to, just about this 2 seconds.
Think before you talk, buddy.
Course 466, I'll get you to track direct to
so this is this guy
D-Park
here.
for me, and then resume the start at D-Park.
Where? Start.
Boeing 10,000.
Boeing 777, contact Central 125.
I don't know where that waypoint is.
You got to do 6,700 night.
Me too.
It does see for 16.
We'll see 888 to maintain. Did I give you 9,000?
AFM, 9,000 for velocity 888.
Good.
And velocity 884, visual on track 1.
Velocity 884, you have got and the run. Join the visual final and call the tower 420.5, and if able, keep the speed up for me, please.
We'll keep the speed up, 120.5, visual for KD, but thanks, good night.
Good, 462, just want to maintain 3,000.
Maintain
453 down to 3,000. What's 453 down to 3,000?
Yeah, do say that now. 456. I'm going to was that for me?
8 down to 3,000 for me.
3,453.
Just looking at the stream, it has my ETA there of 11:47 and the box is 11:53. So 6 minutes out. That's not too bad.
So you got traffic 737 just at your 1 o'clock at approximately 4 miles. I'm not too sure how it's going to go at the moment, but if you do get any closer, I might need to get you to do a 360 if I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah, very good with that. Traffic with it, which will go on like we're going to get close to 6
But what this is about
Yeah,
listening.
262. Okay, that works for me as well. Alright, just enter a quick left 360 hold, and then after that continue your track.
And ensuring that you've got the right understanding of what's ahead of you. It's a technical term for it, and we're leading at the moment.
for what?
No cloud out there.
Oh, it's 453, cancel the star, turn left, heading 160.
453, second.
Oh, it's 453, cancel the star, turn left, heading 160.
Okay, track 453.
Don't know where that guy is. You maybe notice, for those eagle-eyed viewers, that I am keeping my heading bug assigned to my vector here. It's just good housekeeping flying any commercial jet or any aircraft really with an autopilot that is engaged and not in heading mode. Should you have, or should we have a failure of the computer or the CDU or a flight management system, we can quickly punch a manual autopilot setting on like heading mode, and the aircraft will stay locked onto its original path while we troubleshoot the problem. The last thing you want to do is during a problem where there might be an issue with a navigation database, the aircraft turns off while you're trying to sort the problem, and then you realise you're turning into oncoming traffic or something else like that. So it's good housekeeping just to keep this going in the same direction that you're currently going. And given the fact the wind's pretty much on the nose, the flight vector here at the top is pretty much aligned. If it was over the left or right, you would move the heading bug to the corresponding side as well to mirror up. So the green line is the 50-mile mark to the airport. We've got course 346, which is this guy here. And there's our approach into the airport with our right-hand turn just here. Got some traffic under us. We've got a guy here, it's plus 1,800 feet. Which probably means he has... Yeah, you better get down or he's going to bust the 900 feet or below at mate here. This guy is my immediate concern. He's doing some funky stuff. He's coming back into the approach by the looks of it. We'll just have to keep an eye on him. So there's 40, there's 20, there's probably 22 miles, 23 miles ahead of us. Just going to watch what he's going to be doing.
Oh, it's 433, just going to maintain 9,000 QNH 1015.
Might do is turn some of these down. Getting close.
On a 453, turn right, heading 260.
Just 450. Oh, he's okay. I know where he is. I can see him. He's He's almost over Melbourne Airport. For those of you who know Melbourne, he's not out by one. Is it 3,000 feet over the top of Moorabbin? Yeah, you can go and do that low, buddy. Situational awareness, that's the term I was looking for before. Listening to the radio, visualising where the aircraft are based upon the radio calls that you hear, in line with the TCAS here to get that understanding. Situational awareness, that's what I was looking for before.
I think I've got to, thank you very much for your help. You can call power now for 1205 here.
Oh, we have no approach, so 1205. Jeez, everyone's logging off. Must be nearly night.
To maintain 5,000.
Okay, we might check the boards here, just want speed brakes out a little bit. We were a little hot there. We'll do the seatbelt signs. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. So the landing lights on, logo light on. That's going to be an interesting concept. Standard. Just see some landing lights on now.
Final now and forward tower 1205.
Strobes on. Strobes on. The logo light on the back on. There's a few bumps there. Getting thrown around a little bit.
266. Still maintain 3,000. Start reducing your speed and turn right to.
Zero 4 quarters 4668. And right.
Okay, speed brakes off. We might go to armed. 900 to level. So 900 below. And it'd be gone at 5 something. Yeah, we got 6. Center velocity triple 8 approaching 9,000.
Velocity triple 8 just want to maintain 5,000.
5,000 set. 5,000 velocity triple 8. Oh, someone's gone round. Speedbird 462 is going around.
Speedbird 462. Enter a left-hand circuit, runway 34, and just extend your downwind, and I'll tell you when to turn base.
Entering the left-hand circuit, extending down.
He's probably going to be close to turning base and finals. That guy went round by the time we get there. few bumps down here. One thing I'll give X-Plane is the night lighting is miles better than in Prepared. What I might do actually is I'm thinking that for the channel Monday night will be Flight Sim night. Maybe Tuesday night will be DCS night. And some of the other nights I'll do some other things, but I think I might see with X-Plane downloading now, I might use the week to get it all configured up and might do a similar sector in X-Plane with the Zibbo mod 737 and just see how we go with that on that sim. Alright, what do we got here? So this guy is CRJ 200. This guy's SAS, that very slow 7.3 that was ahead of us. Now he's going out for the 5 Alpha arrival by the looks of it. So he's going to go out here and then turn in and shoot down the VOR or the RNAV into runway 34. And we're going to cut some track shortening here. So what is he? So there's 20 miles, there's 10. Probably don't want to be fast. I'm just going to watch our speed there because we are creeping above. What we might do is we might do a speed intervene here. $230. We're going to get a bit high on the profile here, but that's okay. We're going to be about 150, 200 feet high, that's nothing. Slow us down, we'll shave off 10 knots here and just to give us a little bit more time because he's going to go out further than us and then have to come in on a longer approach. So we'll just slow up a little bit and free us up some space here. There we go. The aircraft's going to now pitch us down to regain the track. Oh, I was wrong, we're about 250. Oh, I think I said 250. The northeastern suburbs of Melbourne. City ahead of us. The airport will be out to about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. No, 1 o'clock. And center velocity 888, approaching 5,000, looking for a lower. Come on, buddy, we do not want to get high. Center velocity 888, approaching F, holding 5, well, if I could talk, 5,000 feet, looking for lower.
Well, the 888, 23 track.
3,000 velocity 888. Alright, let's level change that guy. And down we go. On the speed brakes, idle thrust. Get us back down there, we're now 600 foot high. This is not the place we want to be in. Alright, coming back on profile. What we might do here, we'll do some vertical speed and we'll adjust that now.
Good evening, 497, speaking pilot 400.
Oh, 497,
So let's continue the descent. We'll slow up now, flaps up speed, under the flaps up speed, continue the descent. We'll go one stage of flap. And the speed brakes. deceleration.
Velocity triple eight. What I'll get you to do is I'll get you to chuck you on a heading, please, 190.
Why? Sorry, just confirm you want heading 190 for velocity triple eight.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, turning right, 190 velocity triple eight. Correction, left, 190 velocity triple eight.
Yeah, I'll just keep you on the approach. You got this MD-80 that's coming in just ahead of you.
Yeah, copy. Alright, heading mode selected. We'll keep 200, 3000 is our altitude. Ah, yeah.
We've been 462, I'll get you 040. If you keep your speed up, I can get you in, actually no, I'll get you 06. 050 for me, and if you keep your speed up, I can get you third in line.
And swing left, 050, speed 462, it's going to be as fast as you like.
Damn MD-80 or MD-11, whatever it was. Damn you. Slow down here. Gives us very fast 5.
Now we turn up on 433, ready, secondary.
Faulty bridge there. The Docklands. So the Docklands is down there. It's the docks there where the Spirit of Tasmania comes in.
Melbourne Centre, 433.
Melbourne Centre. Don't fall apart, Melbourne Centre, we need you.
433, just have 5,000.
Down to 5,000.
So there's the traffic, 2,000 above us. That's this guy here. We've got a guy coming at us on the same level here. Centre velocity 888. We've got traffic coming straight for us, same level. Right hand side, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, velocity 888. I'll get you in a heading please of 160.
Left heading 160 velocity 888. So we're now flying down, flying out on the approach when we should be coming in.
Reduced minimum clean speed. You've got traffic 4 miles ahead of you, Canada 33, CRJ 200. Follow behind him.
Well, that traffic we've got fast. We've got the reducing the
Yeah, you got 737 up here 4 o'clock or so. He's just kind of behind you.
Yeah,
but, follow in the follow in the CRJ.
Yeah, well, okay, we just got up the angle a bit high.
This is an interesting vector. There's Moorabbin out there. I think we're just there. Yeah, if that's the coast, yeah, that'll be Moorabbin just there.
Approach first, the problem is going to make a
Point Cook. Point Cook just there.
So if you make the turn now, you've still got plenty of time. Thanks. So Connor 433, turn right, turn left, heading 160.
Everyone's gonna get this 456, back numbers 100 with you.
Well, this one's 456, yeah, you climb up to followable.
250 for the 456.
North 888, can make a 180 to heading 340 and then join final for my 34.
God. Is there a direction you'd like us to do the 180, left or right? Right would be our preference, velocity AAA.
Velocity 888, sure, right hand turn.
Right, 340, velocity AAA.
433. Hilton, from 433 backside, and you want you to turn left heading 160.
Open.
Left 160 from
The 462, you are now going to be number one because I have no idea what Air Canada's doing, so you can call the tower now, 1205.
And tower 1205, yeah, I'm going to see the behind over top of the field.
On 433, just going to maintain 3000, turn right now 260, reduce the minimum clean speed and you'll be number two.
Okay, so approach checklist, altimeters, 1015, 1015 checked.
3 number 2 for right.
We really need to start descending. And center velocity AAA, just confirm we cleared for the approach.
Velocity AAA, you're on D, clear for the approach runway 34, and reduce minimum clean speed.
Can we clear for the approach and minimum speed, velocity AAA? Alright, let's go 146. Let's swap to the
462 on my 3 for this one.
3-4 VLR, so what, we are 18 miles at 18
433,
miles.
start making your right hand turn to final and
We'll start
your
descending
approach
it.
number 2.
We want to start descending from 3 at about 9.7.
I'm making the right hand final for runway 34 to the 433 to the right.
That's 433 correct, start making the right hand turn now, you'll be number 2.
Okay, let's get some more
Right
flapping.
hand turn number 2 from 433.
Single with the 812, right level 380.
Alright, we'll put the gear out.
Number 462, welcome to Melbourne, taxi to the bay. Have a good evening, Russell.
And thank you so much. Stupid concourse fun.
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic tonight.
Yeah,
What
and
happened
you
about
melted.
40 minutes ago when it got a bit bad?
Nah, it was fun.
Okay, so we've got a guy 5 miles ahead of us turning finals, that's fine. There he is.
On 433, I'm like 34 clear to land.
Clear runway 34 from 433.
So let's go down
What's the
this.
triple eight? You'll be following a 737 ahead of you 6 miles.
Copy velocity AAA. Is there a tower? No, we don't have a tower. So this is frequency. Okay, landing checklist. We might as well get it over and done with while we've got nothing
You
to
get
do.
1703, start clearance Lizzie 5.
Landing is engine start, switches are
arrival, runway
continuous.
34 and ready
Speed
to
brake
descend
is
probable
gear is down, 3 green,
Oh,
and
sorry,
flaps.
my
We're holding
apologies,
flaps
mate.
30.
250.
Luigi 580 on the runway 34, we need some coverage, correction 250 kg 1703.
We'll do a flaps 40. And landing checklist complete.
We could have a visual approach for runway 34.
Over.
Flaps 40 will make us nice and flat here, which is good.
Plus 497 star current is the Lizzie 5 Victor board on my 34 and ready to send a maintain flight level 250.
Star current Lizzie 5 Victor arrival, runway 34 and when ready down flight level 350 400 meters.
I kind of see those shooting the VOR now anyway. Okay, we've got the lights at the end of the runway. Oh, easy on the power there, autopilot. So at 9.7 we want to start our descent. Visual. Alrighty, so let's get flying. So we need you out there.
Melbourne's going to come on 497 and contact grab the Lizzie 5 Alpha to Victor.
Plus 497, no worries, very clear the Alpha.
On a 497, thank you.
That's a big jump there on that throttle. Okay, so we've got the winds pretty much just to the offset the runway by about 20 degrees. So there's 7 knots.
Has vacated offshore approaching taxi domestic one.
Oh, dude, just taxi. It's a center controller. And center velocity 888 were established.
Velocity 888 on my 34 clear to land.
Clear to land, velocity 888. Doesn't care what terminal you go to, buddy. So we're flying visually, looking out the window, nothing down there besides the speed gauge. Are we interested in? Oh, maybe the altimeter for our decision height. We're looking good, we're stable.
And get 1703 and Honda 497, contact center 125.0.
Approaching minimum. Over to 71250 for
Ooh, that's a decent win there. Ooh.
Velocity 888, once you've landed, you can taxi at your own discretion to the bay.
Copy, velocity 888. Fucking wind.
All station 7 is now closing. Anyone in the area switch to center 125.0. Have a good night.
100.
That was a decent wind shift.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that was a big flare. Reverses. going to give me reverses again. I'll manual select them. Decelerating. Oh, well, that's a lot of reverses. 60 knots. Brakes disarmed. Taking the high speed. Okay, we have no center on line in this area, so we'll get off here and I'll swap to Unicom. Okay. Speed brake up. 1228. Clean up aircraft. Off. You on, off. And torpedo heaters off. And we'll go for, whoops. Next, we're going to be Echo. We'll go for Echo 3. No, Virgin. That's not going to be the one we want, that's Victor. We want to come around here and go down to Alpha. Leave the APU off just for now. I wonder if that's a 747 that pushed back behind us. Those things rocket along, so I wouldn't be surprised if he beat us to Melbourne. Start the APU. Give it a second. There we go. And start. So Echo 3 is going to be this side, so we want this taxiway. Taxi light off. Go 5. Go 3. That's probably a bit late actually. Yeah, just a switch. On the bus. Don't think you working prepared. No, but we'll just call it there. Okay, on the bus. Lights on. Shut it. Hold the timer. Off. 1, 2, 3, seatbelt signs are off, anti-collision light off, should have been steady, but let's load the lights on. We don't need the heightened electric driven pumps. Window heats off, the aircraft's terminating. You off, you off. There we go. And request. Change parking facility, just walk me there. Sure. Thanks. Wheel chocks, okay. Yeah, FS actions, ground services chocks. Request deboarding. Virgin Australia. Alrighty. All done. We're going to operate the jetway, sure. You're going to want us to open some doors, aren't you? Yeah. Doors, open. Alright, let's go out and have a look. For some reason the aero bridge is missing, but you know, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. And there we go. Melbourne, Sydney to Melbourne in the 737-800. Alrighty, well while these guys unload the bag, I just want to remind anyone that might be viewing this on YouTube or new to the channel, if you head over to twitch.com/DJSean00, and you probably notice the thing in the top right hand corner of the stream is I do this for charity. I am raising money for Care Australia this month, a particular care package where they send out goods to people that have been affected by natural disasters. So our goal for this month, with just a few days remaining, is $250. We're at $210, with 100% of your donation going through to charity. But what I'll do is I'll leave the stream there. Thank you everyone for being part of the journey. I hope you enjoyed the flight. I will try and get FS to crew working, and as well as potentially do this flight again in X-Plane 11. So you can all see some of those differences there. But until next time, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again really soon.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.